Yeah, look, it was all quite happenstance. It was all a bit of an accident, really. Got the opportunity to play in Denver while I was playing college basketball. Had a great time. Was fortunate enough to play in front of the right people at the right time, I suppose, and found myself over at Sarries, having never really played rugby, and went from just step to step. And it's been a long journey since then. But I mean, the whole thing was really quite an accident, and it's turned out to be amazing.
Do you remember when you first stepped into the club? Do you remember what things were like back then? I know you've seen a lot of change at Saracens.
Yeah, there's been a lot of change. Look, I was coming into an environment, I didn't know anything really about professional rugby and what to expect, what the setup was, and I think it's been a phenomenal experience being here throughout the whole process at Saracens, and I really just enjoyed every minute of it.
So tell us how the club's progressed. I know yourself, Chris Wiles, Brad Barrett, all in a similar time. How has the club progressed? Do you think things are looking a lot brighter? Without
a doubt. I think the playing squad that we currently have is certainly the strongest that I've ever seen at the club, and only getting stronger. The guys who are young are coming on massively, and they've been a huge impact for us and for England. And I think the playing squad's in such a good spot, very well coached. Smalley and the coaches have a great vision for the game and how they want it to be played. And I think the success over the last 7 years really has been testament to the combination of both of those things.
So that's the Jets came in for you. How were the club, letting you pursue that unbelievable opportunity?
Yeah, the club was just phenomenal. They kind of embraced the idea and were amazing in giving me the opportunity to chase that. And look, it was just, like I said, it speaks volumes about the culture of the club. They don't just talk the talk, they really walk the walk. And in a situation like that, they allowed me the great opportunity to go and pursue that.
How was that? How was that experience in America? And tell us how that came about, how the call came about.
Yeah, look, it was an unbelievable experience. It all kind of came about going out and doing some workouts in the States with an agent, meeting teams, and really progressing it from there. But the experience as a whole was just incredible. It's a very different game to rugby, very different environment, very different culture, but just an amazing thing to be a part of, and certainly very, very fond memories that I'll always carry with me.
You then re-signed with Saracens 2 years ago. Was it good coming back into an environment that was familiar to yourself?
Yes, yeah, without a doubt. I obviously knew coming back in what we built and what the club was about, and what was so encouraging is coming back and seeing all those foundations still there, and if anything, just the club has gotten stronger and had more success along with that.
Then of course, last year, the World Cup came to the UK. How massive was that for yourself to play for the US here in the UK in a World Cup?
The whole World Cup here in London and across the UK was just a fantastic experience, really was. I think certainly, obviously, the best World Cup that I'd been around and involved in. There was such a great fanfare and buzz around all of the games, and having lived in the UK for a long time, just found it great to be here, in my adopted home, I suppose, and be able to play all those games with the US. It was an amazing experience.
Of course, playing with you Sarries lads in that US side, none other than TT Lamasatele, such a young player who's been playing in the Saracens team. Tell us, what's he like, and do you think he's got a bright future ahead?
I certainly do think he has a bright future. I mean, the guy's incredibly gifted physically. He works hard as well, and under the right tutelage, he's going to be quite a force in the years to come. I've no doubt about that.
What was it like being in that World Cup? I mean, you say the buzz around the place was amazing. Is that something you're going to sort of remember for the rest of your life?
Yeah, absolutely. It was fantastic to have my family all around, and really just playing some of those games we played up at Ellen Road in Leeds, and not typical rugby homes, I suppose, but the atmosphere and the way that it was all put together was just phenomenal. We had a really good time.
This season for Saracens, it's been particularly a phenomenal season for the club so far, with a couple of hopefully a couple of finals coming ahead in the next coming months. You played in that period where the club needed you the most and picked up some really vital points to keep the club at the top of the table. Mm-hmm. How was that? What's it been like part of the squad this season?
Yeah, it's been great. Look, it's a brutal season on the back of the World Cup. You know, we have a lot of uninterrupted weeks with just relentless games. So it really has been a very deep squad effort. And, you know, all these games, particularly through the Six Nations when guys are away and whatnot, are vitally important to keeping the club in the right spot. So it's been, you know, a real honour to be able to contribute and make sure that we, you know, stay where we want to be heading into the business end of the season.
So finally, a new venture for yourself awaits. Can you tell us a bit about what's next for you?
I plan on going into the city. I'll be working in reinsurance as a broker and with JLT, and I'm really excited for the opportunity. I've been doing it 1 day a week for about 2.5 years now. So I've kind of managed to dip my toe in the water and really feel as if the time's right to make the move and you know, and have a push on in my career from here. So JLT's been amazing. Saracens have been amazing in allowing me to do the 1 day a week, and you know, I'm really excited about the future and what it holds.